Hey guys, this is Abhishek from gadgetsnews.com, and today we are going to do the quick review of the Sony Xperia Z3 which we have with us. The Sony Xperia Z3 is the latest flagship phone coming from Sony. It is going to be launched in India on 25th of September, and that is when it will come to India. It is a very premium phone in terms of the overall build quality and the kind of material which has been used. The Sony Xperia Z3 is better in terms of specification, is better in terms of hardware, is better in terms of build quality, and is better in many of the departments as compared to many flagship out there. It is much better in terms of the overall look and feel as well as the build quality if you compare it with the Samsung Galaxy S5. Taking a look over the Sony Xperia Z3, this is how it looks like. One thing which Sony has actually taken the feedback from the consumers, and they have actually done this thing in a very right way this time, is the edges. So edges on this phone actually are very rounded and very smooth, and they have a matte finish so that you can actually have a very good grip when you hold this device in one hand, and they are completely rounded this time, which actually makes this phone easy enough to hold in one hand, and it is also very comfortable to use this phone at times with this kind of rounded edges. And they have actually given a material which is kind of metal, so you have metal being used over there, which actually makes this phone very good in terms of the build quality and very nice in terms of the premium look and feel. So this is how the phone looks like, the Sony Xperia Z3. We will go through all the aspects of this particular phone. We will go through the hardware, we will go through all the features. As far as changes which we have seen on the Sony Xperia Z3, Sony Xperia Z3 is much more enhanced version of Sony Xperia Z2, both in terms of hardware as well as in terms of software, and there are some good design changes as well which have been done onto this phone, which actually makes this phone look very premium and also perform much better than the Sony Xperia Z1. Now before we go further, let's talk about the overall form factor of this phone and the thickness. Thickness of this phone is only 7.3mm, which makes this device really slim. In terms of the overall weight as well, it is not very heavy. However, the kind of build quality in the material which you see, you may feel like that it is going to be a heavy phone, but it is only 152 gram in terms of the overall weight. It has also got IP68 certification. That means just like the Xperia Z1 and Z2, this phone can also do high definition video recording even when you submerge this phone in water, and nothing will happen to the phone even if you submerge this phone in water. This is something which has been the case with the Xperia series, which is definitely something which makes these series phone quite distinguished from other phones which are there in the market. As far as display is concerned, we have got an IPS LCD display panel which has pretty good viewing angles and pretty wide viewing angles this time as compared to the one which we have seen on Xperia Z1 as well as on the Xperia Z and Z2 as well. So this display is definitely better as compared to the Xperia Z2 display which you might have seen, which does give you great viewing angles, but this is slightly better than that. In terms of other things, we have got a high definition display resolution on this device, which is 1080 into 1920 pixels, and we have got a 424 pixels per inch, and I do not notice any kind of pixelation on this device. This is something which I really like. So pixelation is something which you won't notice on this device. This has got a pretty good pixel density. Let's talk about the connectivity and the ports. So we have loudspeaker on this particular device, which are dual loudspeakers. We have a loudspeaker over there below the earpiece. We have the earpiece and the loudspeaker over there, and we have second loudspeaker over here, which is also a very loud loudspeaker. So the overall sound which comes out from this device is fairly loud, and again the placement of the loudspeaker is actually a very good design as well this time. We have 2.2 megapixel fixed focus camera which can record high definition video. As far as rear camera is concerned, we have got a 20.7 megapixel camera which we have seen on the Xperia Z1, so it remains the same, but it has got new features in terms of the camera UI, and you have LED flash over here for low light photos. You can also record high definition video from the rear camera as well. We have Sony branding over there. We do have NFC chip on this device as well. NFC is supported. On this side we can see that the power and sleep key, which is normally at the middle, is again at the same position, but it looks fairly good and very good in terms of the finishing. It is a metallic key which gives you good amount of feedback and easy to press and looks very nice. We have the volume rocker over there, which is a small button which gives you good amount of feedback. This is a metallic button, and one thing which I really like about this phone is that on this flagship phone, unlike other flagship phone, we have a dedicated camera shutter key, so you don't need to touch the screen in order to take the photos. You can just click this button to take the photo anytime. Here we have the connectivity for the micro SD memory card, so you can insert a micro SD memory card over here to expand the storage of this device. When it comes to the SIM capability, this is a single SIM device, and here we have the SIM tray which will come out, and this SIM tray will accept a nano SIM. So you need to insert a nano SIM into this device the moment you want to start using this one. Taking a look over the top, we have the 3.5mm audio jack, we have secondary microphone for noise cancellation and video chat. So on this side we have the connections for the dock, so you can mount it on a dock which will come from Sony, and over here we have another slot. So this is for the micro USB port for data syncing and charging. This is how you can open it. So make sure before you submerge the phone inside water, all these flaps are actually covered. Only then you are supposed to submerge this phone in water, otherwise things can go wrong. And here we have another lanyard port where you can actually attach a thread. As far as backside is concerned, the backside of the device has glass which is being used, which will attract a lot of fingerprints, but again you will also get a flip cover which you can always buy separately. It will not come within the package of the phone, so it will not come within the package. As far as front is concerned, the front is also glass, and it is a Corning Gorilla Glass 3 protection, so you won't see any kind of scratches on this device as far as display is concerned, and it is also pretty proof to some kind of drop as well. So if you actually happen to drop it from waist height, nothing will happen to the phone. Accidentally during this review we actually dropped it from the waist height and nothing happened to the phone. I did not notice any kind of scratch or any issues on the display glass. Now let's take a look over the software UI of the phone. The software UI is again the Xperia UI, but this time it has been enhanced to become much more smoother. I do not face any kind of lag on this device even when I played these heavy graphic intensive game like Mortal Kombat 5, Asphalt 8, Dead Trigger 2, and I ran these benchmark utilities. I did not face any kind of lag on this device, and the theme which it has actually changes the color every now and then, which actually makes this phone pretty dynamic as far as the UI is concerned. The UI is responsive, there is no lag of any kind, and it is very nicely adjusted for the kind of hardware this phone actually has. Now let's take a look over the notification center. So this is how the notification center look like. As you can see, I can go to the quick toggles over there where we have the toggles for the Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, mobile data, settings, brightness. We do have automatic brightness also supported. We have location access as well, and you also have a power saving mode, and extreme power saving mode is also supported on this phone. So let's first of all go into settings and take a look what version of Android we are running on this device. So we have Android 4.4.4 KitKat, which is there on this device, and you do get the software update as well on this device. Once you start using it, you will get these updates pretty fast than any other phone which are there in the market. Apart from this, let's take a look over the storage scenario. So here we have the storage information, and we have 16GB model with us. This device will also come in 32GB variant as well. This is the 16GB model where you will have approximately 11.57 GB available to the user, where you can install applications, store picture, videos and other data as well on the device. When it comes to SD card support, SD card is supported, but by default you cannot install applications on the SD card. So this is something I would like to tell you. Apart from this, if we take a look over the display settings, we have the display information over there. So under display information, we can see that we have support for automatic brightness. Apart from this, if we take a look over the wallpapers are supported, live wallpapers are also supported, but video wallpapers are not supported on this phone. Taking a look over the power management, we do have a power management application on this device as well, which includes a stamina mode, which includes an ultra stamina mode. So this ultra stamina mode is actually the extreme power saving mode. It will disable some functionalities of the phone. The basic functionalities will remain, which includes calling and some other things, whereas other things will be limited. 3G will be turned off. So all these things will get turned off, and you will get much more battery backup on this device. So the estimated battery time on this device is 1 day 6 hours as of now, and once you enable the ultra stamina mode, you will get much more battery backup. But these are the things which will get affected. Mobile data will be turned off, Bluetooth will be turned off, Wi-Fi will be turned off, and auto sync will also get turned off. So these are the things which will happen, especially in the extreme power saving mode on this particular device. Taking a look over the options for sharing internet, so you do have support for internet sharing as well on this device. You need to insert a SIM card, but again you do have the option of creating a portable Wi-Fi hotspot. You do have support for USB tethering, and Bluetooth tethering is also supported. You also have support for NFC, and VPN is also there. So these are all the things. As far as personalization goes, you have different kind of themes which you can download directly from Sony. So you have a Xperia theme, which is right now, which is a multicolor theme, which will keep on changing the colors. You have a blue theme, you have green theme, you have all these color themes, and you can also download more themes which include some kind of graphics and other images which will make your phone look much better. For example, if we go for this theme, we can actually go to the Play Store and download this specific theme. So this is how you can actually customize the UI on this device. Now taking a look over the application scenario, I can show you the current status of the RAM. So RAM is something which you don't need to worry about on this device because we have good amount of RAM. We have 3 GB of RAM on this device, and in current idle situation as of now 1 GB of RAM is free, and the device is fairly responsive. I do not notice any kind of lag on this device, and which is something which I really like. This device also supports tap and pay, so you can actually have Google Wallet supported on this device and you can make payments. Again, this feature will work in US, not in India, but you do have this enabled on this specific phone. You also have support for GPS navigation. So once you enable location under the location services, you will be able to use GPS navigation on this device, and I have done that. There was no issue. It can actually lock GPS coordinates even when you are indoors. So this is something I would like to tell you. Apart from this, if we take a look over the other options, we do have support for printing as well. Wireless printing is supported, and we also have support for wireless display. So wireless display is supported on this device. You can actually project the display from this specific phone to another monitor using Miracast devices. Taking a look over the phone dialer, let me just show you the phone dialer. This is how the phone dialer will look like. Now when it comes to dialing a phone number, you have the regular options, but you do not have the option of making a video call on this device as far as phone dialer is concerned. These are all the applications which will come pre-installed. So you have Google applications, you have Walkman, some Sony application like album, movies, PlayStation application is also there, which will allow you to play some games. You also have life log application which will work with a wearable device which comes from Sony. So these are the things which will happen, especially you can actually track what kind of health activities you are doing in a day-to-day basis, how much you are walking, how much you are running. So it will track all that with the help of that wearable. Now when it comes to other application, you also get FM radio which will come pre-installed on this device, and there are some other Sony application which will come pre-installed. You also have Sony Live application with which you can watch Sony TV live. You also have File Commander, which is actually a file explorer which also come pre-installed on this device. This is a file explorer which has been designed specifically for the Xperia phone. So this is how it will represent all the content in the form of categories like picture, images, video and downloads, whatever download you actually do. So this is the kind of file manager which you will have on this device. You also have a sketching application which allows you to do a sketch. So in case you take a photo like this of yours, and then you can add different kind of objects like these things you can add, and this is how you can actually pick any photo which you have taken from this device, and then you can do a sketch with that particular photo. You can animate things, you can add things on that particular photo. You also have live on YouTube application, which is a very special application which will come pre-installed. So this application allows you to go live directly on YouTube. So once you open this application and once you configure your YouTube account, you can actually go live directly. Whatever you record, you will be able to broadcast that live directly on YouTube, and this is something which I have not seen on any other device. Here we have the camera interface, and the camera interface include all these modes, include superior auto mode, manual mode, sound photo mode. You have multi-camera, face in which you can actually put the face inside the photos and videos, all that you can do. You also have 4K videos, background defocus is also there. You have these kind of effects as well in which virtual characters will come. You do have time shift burst mode, social live mode, sweep panorama mode, and you also have Evernote application which can actually get connected with the photo, which can actually get connected with the camera, and then you can transfer stuff, you can record videos, you can take pictures, and you can directly store them on Evernote. So you can also have more application like these. So this is something which Sony has done, which no one actually has done in the market as of now. That is, once you actually go for these modes, you can actually configure a lot of things. You can actually use a lot of third-party application, and you can save data directly from the camera to those applications in case you would like to do that, and all that has a privacy control as well. So this is how you can actually sort out the mostly used application in alphabetical most used or installed ways. And once we take a look over the AnTuTu score, let's take a look over the hardware information. Before we take a look over the hardware information, I can show you the camera interface. So this is how the camera widget will look like. The complete UI is very much customized. You have a lot of features and a lot of options. Now here we have the camera interface, as you can see, and this is how the front camera will look like. The front camera is a pretty good camera. It is a 2.2 megapixel fixed focus camera which can do a pretty good quality of high definition video chat from the front camera. This is the kind of quality you can get. And when it comes to the rear camera, I can show you the quality of the rear camera as well. So this is how the rear camera will look like. Again, the rear camera has a very simple kind of interface. You can take the photos directly, you can record a video directly as well. This is right now set to default auto mode. Let me just take the photo of this panda in this artificial light, and we will take the photo without the artificial light as well, and we'll show you both of these photos. So let me just take the photo again without artificial light, and let's see how does this photo actually come out to be. It does have autofocus and tap to focus while taking a photo. So you have both of these options. I can show you these photos one by one. So let me just first of all show you the one which has been taken with artificial light. This photo has came out to be pretty good in terms of clarity, in terms of color production as well. It is looking pretty good. Taking a look over the other photo which we have, this is another photo which has been taken without artificial light, and this photo has been captured pretty nicely as well. The kind of details I was expecting on this photo is also good, and the color production is also pretty decent. But again, the one which has been taken with light, it comes out to be slightly better in terms of color production as compared to this one. But in all, you can say that the low light performance of this device as far as camera is concerned is pretty good. We have also taken some of the shots in daylight, and I can show you that. So these are the shots which we have taken in daylight, and these shots have also came out to be pretty good in terms of the clarity. You can see the kind of details we can get in the shots where you have natural light coming in. They are going to be very good in terms of the clarity as well as in terms of the details. So everything looks good on this device. As far as camera is concerned, the camera is capable of recording high definition video. It is also capable of recording 4K video. So 4K video can also be recorded from this device, and you have a large number of camera modes which you can actually set, as if we already showed you. So you have a large number of different kind of camera modes. You also have this live on YouTube mode, which is the best mode which I like especially. Now taking a look over the messaging application, this is how the messaging application look like. On this messaging application, we have the interface which is not stock Android. It is a custom Android interface which we have, and we do have continuous input supported. You also get these suggestions at the top whenever you do swipe to type on this device, which is definitely a good thing, and it will automatically get typed once you do this. So this keyboard is pretty big in size. You do get a haptic feedback as well. Whenever you press on any of the keys, it does give you a pop-up as well, and it is pretty easy to type on this device with this kind of display size which we have on this device, which is pretty big to type with. So you do not face any issues while typing on this 5.2-inch display. And when it comes to landscape, typing becomes much more easy in the landscape as well. You do have continuous input supported in this mode as well. So typing is a pretty good experience on this device. Now let's take a look over the hardware information of the phone. Here we have the system information. The model number is D6653. We have ARM-V7 processor on this device, clocked at 1.2 GHz. It is a quad-core CPU, and the chipset is MSM8974 Pro AC, so which is the Snapdragon 801 chipset. Taking a look over the resolution, we have the resolution over there. When it comes to touch capacitive buttons, they are within the display of the phone, so they will take some part of the screen resolution, but especially while playing videos or while playing games, you will get a full screen experience on this device without these buttons, so they will automatically get hidden at that time. The effective resolution is 1080 into 1776. Taking a look over the GPU, we have Adreno 330 GPU on this device. And taking a look over the sensors, we have all these sensors, which are good number of sensors which we have on this device, which includes accelerometer sensor, proximity sensor, magnetic field sensor, gyroscope, rotation, step counter, significant motion detector sensor. So you have a pedometer sensor as well on this device. You have game rotation sensor as well. Orientation and geomagnetic rotation vector sensor is also there. So you have almost all the sensors you would need on a device like this, which will make the functioning of this device pretty good. So on Antutu benchmark, we have got a pretty amazing score, which is 39414, which is one of the best score which I have seen in the recent times. So this device in terms of hardware specification is top notch, so you can expect a very good performance in day-to-day usage on this device. This is a premium smartphone, so you don't worry about the hardware specs it has. It has one of the top and the best available hardware specification. Taking a look over the gaming display, let's start our gaming, and I will first of all play Dead Trigger 2, and let's see how the overall gaming response which we get on this device, and whether the device actually gets heated up at the time of gaming. So on Ninamark we have got a score of 59.6 FPS, which is one of the best score which you can get on this device. And let's find out the overall gaming performance of this device. We will play some games like these which we have on this one. We will start with Dead Trigger 2 and then we will play Asphalt 8, and then we will play the heaviest game out of all, which is Modern Combat 5, which is the latest game in the Modern Combat series. So here we have the game which is the Dead Trigger 2, which is right now running on this device, and let's start playing it. So in terms of graphics, this game is running pretty smoothly on this device without any issues. And the loudspeaker is also fairly loud on this device. The loudspeaker, there are two loudspeakers on this device, one over here and the second one over here. So you won't actually cover both of them. And again, the loudness is something which is very loud on this device as compared to any other device in the market. So loudspeaker is something from which I am impressed the most. As far as gaming is concerned, as far as the overall video playback is concerned, loudspeaker on this device are fairly louder and much louder than any other phone which is there in the market. As you can see, so gaming experience on this device gets much better because of this these two loud loudspeakers and the graphics processor which we have on this device, which is Adreno 330, which can actually play this game pretty smoothly on this device without any issues, as you can see. And everything is looking pretty crisp and clear on this device as far as gaming is concerned. And gaming is going to be one of the best experience you will have on this device. So as you can see here, we have the Asphalt 8 which is running on this device, and it is running quite smoothly without any kind of graphic issues. So as you can see, this game is running pretty fine. So Asphalt 8 is running quite smoothly in terms of the graphics on this device, and there is no graphic lag, there is no issue with this particular game when we play it. So this device can actually handle this game pretty nicely without any issues, as you can see. But one thing which you can notice, there is a slight amount of heating over there, which you can notice over time when you play different kind of high definition games on this device. But in all, that heating will not be that much to make you uncomfortable to hold this device while gaming. So gaming is a pretty good and a nice smooth experience on this device when you play games like these. So you can play this game as well pretty smoothly without any kind of graphic or audio video lag. We have Modern Combat 5 which is right now loaded on this device.
Move into cover.
And let's play this game.
Take him out!
So you can play this game as well without any issues, as you can see.
Target eliminated. Confirm extraction location. Over. Hold up. Come on.
So I do not face any kind of graphic lag or any kind of audio or video sync issues on this device while I play this game.
You heard him. Come
So gaming experience on this device is a pretty good experience. This is something which I can say. Now to show you the video playback on this device, we are right now playing a high definition video from our channel, and the video is getting played in full screen. And in order to bring up the navigation bar and other things, you just need to do a swipe vertically, or you can do a swipe from the right hand side. This is how the viewing angles will look like. Viewing angles are pretty good on this device while we play this video, and the overall loudness of the sound which comes out from the device is fairly loud. And again, because of the placement of the loudspeaker is actually at the front on the top, the sound does not get muffled even if you place it on a table, and you can still see the video because this device does give you pretty good viewing angles on this particular display, which is definitely a good thing. So everything as far as video playback is concerned on this device is pretty good, as you can notice. As far as LED notification light is concerned, you do have LED notification light on this device, and let's take a look whether this device supports OTG or not. Now let's find out whether this device supports OTG or not, and for that we will connect this flash drive, the OTG flash drive, over here on the micro USB port. So let me just connect the same and see whether this device detects this particular flash drive. So it has detected the same. That means the flash drive has been detected, and you can actually watch the contents on the flash drive with the help of File Manager. You just need to tap over here and you can mount and unmount the flash drive. It will automatically get mounted, and the moment you open File Manager, which also comes pre-installed, which is File Commander, so you can actually use this File Commander and you can use the external USB storage. I can play the contents on the flash drive like this. So OTG is supported. So that's all from us as far as the quick hands-on review of the Sony Xperia Z3. We really like this device in terms of the overall form factor it has, the kind of build quality it has. The camera performance is also very good. You can take very good photos from the rear camera and good selfies from the front camera as well. So cameras are really capable of taking good shots. And if we talk about the overall battery backup, you can get around 1 day of battery backup from this device. The gaming performance of this device is also pretty good. You can play high definition games. There is a slight amount of heating which will happen whenever you play high definition games for longer time, but this heating is not that much to actually make you uncomfortable. When it comes to the camera interface as well, we did not face any issues on the camera interface. So that's all from us. Do let us know what you would like to ask for this specific device. In case you have any questions, this is going to be a premium smartphone which will come from Sony very soon. Do let us know what kind of questions you have. You can always leave your questions in the comment section below. You can like this video if this video helped you by clicking the like button below. You can subscribe to our YouTube video channel for more videos like this by clicking the subscribe button below. Thanks for watching this video. This is Abhishek signing off. Thank you.